Hey everybody, this is the continuation of the video pick a card. It's your self-guided reading where I have the stacks 1, 2, 3, 4. If you are watching this video, you need to go back and watch the first part of it. You can find it on Universal Flow Astrology, Divination, and Energy Work. And the first half is there where you can see everything, pick what resonates with you, and 1 through 3 is on the first video. But number 4s, sorry for that delay. Getting back to you. Number 4s. Your card is the Two of Swords. For the Angel, Romance Angel Oracle, keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Your affirmation is, I recognize that I have chosen fear, and I choose again. I choose love. Your rune is separation or retreat. Upright. We will get to that later. Okay, so Two of Swords. The issue that you may have had in mind, I think certainly surrounds feeling a little bit lost, feeling blinded, feeling like you don't have all the facts. Also, most certainly decision making in the conscious mind in thought form. The moon is reflected in 2 of these cards, which makes me think that it's a emotional issue. You have the moon here, the moon in this card. That also tells me that for the decision that you have to make, whatever your question was about, whether it's career, whether it is your love life, really any arena of your life, whether your question was about family, romance, career, finances, that kind of thing, you are going to have to kind of assimilate the facts. I mean, of course, like you would in any decision making, like this is not a radical concept. Assimilate the facts as well as you can. Though you don't necessarily feel like you're able to make a choice, you have the resources that you need, and you have the bulk of the information available to you to make this decision and be confident in it. But it is calling on you with the moon present to rely upon your intuition. So you really, really need to let go of this feeling of being blindfolded and this feeling of being in the dark and the defensiveness. The Two of Swords is a very defensive card. You know, in the story of the tarot, the Two of Swords, she's sitting there afraid of the Three of Swords. She's afraid of, you know, that third sword coming in and piercing her heart. So this is obviously a very emotionally heavy decision, and you're guarding yourself. And some of that guarding yourself and that fear that's reflected in your affirmation card is blocking you from using your gut, using your intuition, and making the best decision that you can. Okay? So yeah, clear your energies, use your intuition, allow the illumination of the moon to show you what your true feelings are about it and guide you forward. Drop your defenses somewhat. You don't have to be so fearful of what it is that you have to decide here. Now the romance angel, keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Do some of you have a wall up? You terrified of getting your heart broken? You afraid that third sword is going to come if you open up to someone on an emotional level and let somebody in? And the reason that I say this in connection to keep an open mind is maybe you're closing yourself off because this person isn't what you're used to. And I hate to keep relating everything to fear and shadow work and stuff, but a lot of people get programmed to being used to abuse in a certain way. They're comfortable with it. Of course, you're not going to admit this necessarily in your conscious mind. That's part of shadow work. But if you learn those patterns at some point in your life, childhood, previous relationships, old traumas from various abuse, in many different arenas and many different kinds. Um, it's kind of like the girls that always go for the bad boy. Why do we go for the bad boy? Because we are comfortable kind of with the chaos. We want the danger aspect of it. We, need that edge somewhat. And oftentimes, unfortunately, that can mean that you are sort of programmed to like abuse or someone that is not emotionally available or, many different things like that most of us are not consciously aware of. So you may have somebody coming into your life right now, potentially an air sign, since this is a swords card that has come out for you, that isn't like you're used to, isn't like your subconscious conditioning. It isn't what you're comfortable with. They may not look, if you're into the bad boys, this might be kind of a nerdy one. This might be, someone that has a style completely different than what you thought you were attracted to. This is telling you, don't be afraid to do that inner work and steer away from what is your usual type, okay? Because there could be something very great here. I mean, especially since I'm seeing water reflected, I'm seeing the moon reflected, okay? All of this having to do with emotions. I think that you might be in emotional territory that you are not comfortable with in some way. Either how you feel or how they make you feel. Maybe the things that they're doing. Are they being really super sweet and you kind of don't know how to handle it? Now that's for the few of you that are relating this to, an incoming relationship or a newly formed relationship, or even transformation in an existing love relationship. This can also apply to friends, okay? Because we can have friends that are soulmates. But whatever it is, whatever situation it is that is going on in your life, if this is your job, if you need to find a new job, it's telling you keep an open mind. The job that might be correct for you might kind of feel a little scary as far as the decision making on it. You might be really uneasy about it, but yet something came through and told you about it. You found out about this. Someone told you about it. You read a job posting, whatever it is. Keep an open mind. Okay? Don't let fear dictate your actions. Come from a place of love. Self-love, moving forward energies. Okay? Your rune being separation and retreat speaks to all of this. Okay? I get the feeling that some of you are trying to run away from an opportunity, be it financial, in a relationship, in a family issue, something like that. You're kind of looking at something as potentially devastating out of fear and not looking at things in its most true light. Going with your gut, really exploring why it is that you're reacting that way, okay? So no matter what the situation, keep an open mind. Realize that you have the resources that you need to make this decision, but you're guarding yourself so much that you're stopping yourself from being able to do it. You're so afraid of that third sword, the next card coming in and hurting you, okay, that you're stuck. You don't have to be stuck. Stop guarding yourself. Put the swords down. Now, once again, your affirmation, if you'd like to focus on that, I recognize that I have chosen fear, and I choose again. I choose love. So I am going to go ahead and read your rune for you. I'm not really picking up any other scenarios. I do get, obviously, the heavy relationship vibe here. I think some of you are kind of blocking yourself off from what could be a pretty good thing. If you look at this keep an open mind card, I was just drawn to, and I've never noticed this in the card before, believe it or not. I use these all the time, but, you've got her friend sort of entertaining this gentleman. But you've got the little Cupid here. I don't know if you guys can see it, whispering in her ear. And I've never noticed that before. So it's like something is telling you in your intuition, if you would allow it through without guarding yourself so much, that there's something there. Okay? But this person might kind of just go against everything that you've ever jived with before. So there's this inner conflict kind of deal. So anyway, that aside, I'm going to go ahead and read your rune. Once again, you got separation/retreat is the name of it. It is upright. Page 99. There we go. Separation, retreat. It can mean inheritance too. That might be part of this decision theme, and keep an open mind and don't be afraid of the outcome, okay, if it is in reference to inheritance. Sorry for your loss, by the way, but if you've been fretting about the outcome of it, that is another potential, especially with it being sword suit, having to do with justice, thoughts, air, courts, that kind of thing is always the sword suit. Okay, this is a time of separating paths. Old skins must be shed, outmoded relationships discarded. When you receive this rune, a peeling away is called for. Part of the cycle of initiation, separation, is a rune of radical severance. The appropriate action here is submission and quite possibly a retreat. So go inside, follow your intuition, figure out why you're doing what you're doing. Knowing how and when to retreat and possessing the firmness of will to carry it out. Real property is associated with this rune, and it's the rune of acquisition and benefits, so inheritance. However, the benefits you receive, the inheritance, may be derived from something that you must give up. This can be particularly demanding when what you're called upon is to abandon some aspect of your behavior, a part of your cultural inheritance. For then you must look closely at what until now you have proudly claimed as your birthright. Whatever it is, your attachment to your position in society, to the work you do, or even your beliefs about your own nature, the separation called for will free you to become more truly who you are. Okay, so kind of let go here a little bit, go inside. Thank you guys for coming along and watching the second video. I apologize they're so long, but like I said in the description, I don't believe in half-ass readings. I just don't do it. Mine are long. Hopefully you like that. I'm super glad that you watched. You know, if you don't like the long readings, there is a ton of fantastic readers on YouTube here, and some of them are shorter. So, but if you did like this content, please click the button down there and subscribe. Share the video if you think it could help somebody else. It is absolutely for all signs. There is no time frame on this. I put, December 2017, but next year, if someone is guided to watch this, way into 2018, it applies then just like it does now, okay? I hope that was helpful to you guys. I will be doing more of the like soon. Let me know if you liked it. I'm going to kind of judge on likes and comments what you thought of this and how many views it gets. So, yeah, hopefully you liked it. Hopefully that was helpful guidance, and blessings to you guys. Since it is December right now, happy holidays. It's December 2017 when I made this. But yes, blessings and bye-bye.